Is it time to be real?
And which underground artist is releasing a new album?
Making Kent feel like Hollywood. This is The Blurb. Welcome back to the fresh new season of The Blurb. I'm your local source for all things music related, Rocco Grassi.
And I'm your fresh new face and movie fanatic, Nick Keller.
Nick, how's it feel to be in the big seat?
Really weird, really cool. I remember sitting on that couch last time and just sitting here watching you and Alex last semester.
Very excited to see what you bring to the audience.
Yeah, very excited.
So let's just jump straight into it.
Yeah, sounds good.
Well, if there's one thing that never changes about The Blurb, it's the endless Taylor Swift content. Welcome back, everybody. After making history at the 65th Grammy Awards, notching a record 4th win for the Album of the Year, Swift shocked fans with an onstage announcement for her next record. She went on to say, after winning the award, quote, "I want to say thank you to the fans by telling you a secret that I've been keeping from you for the last 2 years," end quote, she said, and proceeded to announce the album titled The Tortured Poets Department and the April 19th release date.
Very excited for that.
Yes,
I was
wild.
My jaw was on the floor when she announced it. Crazy. In other music news, Conan Gray has officially announced his 3rd album titled Found Heaven. Gray has also announced that the 4th single from the album Lonely Dancers will be released on February 9th of 2024. Now, for information on the album itself, it will be released on April 5th of 2024 and is being co-produced by Max Martin, Greg Kurstin, and Sean Everett. To tease the album, Gray placed 11 posters in 11 different record shops around the world. Each of those posters then went on to reveal one letter from the album name. I personally can't wait for the release on April 5th.
I love this 80s sound he's going with.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm very excited to hear the entire record.
Very intriguing.
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
Did we deactivate your flight or fight? After weeks of teasing, BeReal has extended their branches of connection, going into celebrities and brands. They went on to say, quote, "No more fake content. It's time to be real," end quote. Some of these celebrities teased were Niall Horan, Red Sox, and Dixie D'Amelio.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be cool to see what Niall Horan gets up to.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting, but I also like that smaller aspect of BeReal.
Yeah. Well, in more solemn news, King Charles has been diagnosed with a form of cancer, says Buckingham Palace. The type of cancer has not been revealed. The king began regular treatments on Monday and will postpone public duties during the treatment. The palace said Charles remains, quote, wholly positive about his treatment and looks forward to returning to full public duty as soon as possible, end quote. The statement had no further details are being shared on the stage of cancer or prognosis.
That came from nowhere. I was just it threw me off guard. I was like, oh, another royal
Well, I
thing.
remember hearing that he was got hospitalized.
Yeah.
And they were going to be checking up on him. But then I heard that, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But, hey, Rocco, do you like music?
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah. Because coming up, our cast is going to be recapping the Grammys.
Hello, everybody. I'm Coleman Arthur, and I'm going to be doing some Behind the Blurb. And today, I am taking Behind the Blurb Anne-Marie Carabinus, as Siri likes to call you.
It's Carabinus, but yeah.
Siri says otherwise.
Well, Siri and I can go fight in a Walmart parking lot.
Sure. Okay, well, I have some questions for you, Anne-Marie.
Cool.
So, what's the most prominent thing you've done on the Blurb?
Most prominent thing I've done on the Blurb. I've hosted my fair share of discussions, but I've hosted a lot of discussions and games, but it's hard to pick one pinpoint kind of thing. I've been part of the Blurb for a while. I did help Dell with the Halloween collage video thing that we did for the Halloween episode. So maybe that.
Yeah, I could see that being the case. What was your favorite game show on the Blurb?
Gosh, there's been so many that we've done. I really like Beat Shazam, though. Those are fun.
Beat Shazam, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think of the boutique that you brought to the Blurb over the semesters?
The Hall.
What do you think of the boutique
the boutique.
The vibe.
Please just say the vibe. I think I bring a good vibe to the blurb. I hope I do. I can't tell if that's what you're asking. Stop looking into the camera like we're in the office, my guy.
If you were a member of the Beatles, who would you be?
Okay, random. I guess I'll be Paul. I don't want to be John or George because they're dead, and everyone makes fun of Ringo, so.
Okay.
This has been a great start. Oh my word.
And I think lastly, which came first, the chicken or the egg?
The chicken, I think. I don't know.
You heard it here first, folks.
This has been okay. This happened.
The Grammys are one of the biggest events of the year, and we here at the Blurb are here to.
Hey, bud, get up. I'm hosting.
What? No, it is. Oh, I thought I was like the music.
No, it's me, dog. I'm hosting.
Oh, okay.
Nice try. Nice
Sorry.
try.
Yeah, bad. What's up?
Well,
Hey.
both of my Grammys are dead, but the Grammy Awards just happened this weekend, and we have thoughts. Thoughts?
Bullying was about our Grammys. No, but I was actually very surprised by this one. Miley Cyrus won her first Grammy ever.
Yeah.
That was really cool. Seeing it was for Flowers, right? For
Yep.
Best Pop Solo Performance. I was very shocked. I did not think, not that I had any doubt.
No,
about
like, I
Cyrus,
thought
but-
she had like a Grammy or something.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Before.
Yeah, yeah. And then she's like, "This is my first Grammy."
Also, her
And I'm like,
sorry.
"No, you're good."
Yeah. Also, her live performance at the Grammys.
Yeah.
Like
was
everything,
very
her
good.
outfit, everything was
Very
just
good.
like it was really top notch.
I loved her outfit there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And her screaming during her live performance. This is my first Grammy. The cutest thing I've ever seen in my
Yeah.
life. I was like,
Yeah. So
yes,
sweet.
And
if
she
anyone
called out,
deserves it.
she called out like iPhones or something during it as well. Like, it was just so it was very wholesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, love Miley.
SZA was
Yeah.
the most nominated artist of the night and rightfully deserved.
So true.
SOS is a phenomenal project.
SOS was great. Wow.
We finished each other's sandwiches.
Yeah.
I no, but like no. In my little quick opinion, I think for album of the year, I think it should have been SOS. Just like out of like a consistency thing, that one was always in my rotation heavily, just from my own like experience with it, and I'm very excited for the deluxe coming out soon with that.
Yeah.
But it was my easy top choice for the album of the year.
I feel like especially like with her rise, I just always hear her songs and I don't even realize it.
Yeah.
So it just makes sense like having those songs that you're always hearing in the background just
Right.
being popular.
And for her only having like 2 full-length albums, it's wild.
Yeah.
Like to
Like
have
her
that.
her rise to fame has been insane. Like she kind of just because she Control was it Control her her
Controls
debut?
her like a studio album. She had a couple like EPs before
Yeah.
that. But
Okay. But to go from Control to SOS is like wild, and to be where she is now with only 2 studio albums under her belt, it's
Right.
like crazy.
yeah,
Good for her. I mean, she's a fantastic songwriter.
absolutely. So
Very excited about this one. Boy Genius won 3 awards
for
last
3
night.
boys.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
I think it was best indie.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
I think it was
Same here,
best
I don't
indie.
remember.
What was it?
I don't remember either.
Oh, well, I think it was best indie vocal record, maybe.
There was I know one of them was Rock Album, which was a controversial pick. I stand by the idea that rock is a very kind of like flowing genre. In that to say that like Boy Genius isn't like kind of a rock album, or I think it was Not Strong Enough was the song that won that award.
Yeah.
It's a very ever-flowing like genre, in my opinion, and I don't think
Absolutely.
having it just like be like this isn't a rock album. It's a very bold take. It's like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which we had in our last season talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also want to bring up their outfits. They went in white suits with little red flowers. I think it was red flowers.
Yes.
And I think it was in tribute to Elliott Smith, if I'm correct.
I believe so.
Yeah.
And they all just look so good.
It was really cute.
They all look so good.
Oh, and the way that they're like, I get emotional watching other people get emotional.
Yeah.
So like watching them just like sob and they kept going up, and also just like winning 3 awards and they all got to hold one. It was just like that was perfect.
Yeah. And we were watching it together, and I remember we pointed this out during SZA's performance. There was the lady with the sword set up on Phoebe's table, and Phoebe just looks up. She's like, well, like a little kid in like a zoo. It was so funny.
Yeah.
I'm just really proud of all 3 of them.
Yeah.
It was well deserved.
It was absolutely.
I loved their Boy Genius era, so
yeah,
for sure.
And they're going on hiatus right now, so it really hurts, but
heartbreaking. But I mean, at least they got their Grammys in. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. What an end to set off their hiatus with 3 Grammys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, good for them. Yes.
No, and then the big shocker of the night.
Who would have thought?
No one. Yeah.
Album of the year, guys.
Yeah.
That's right. SZA. Just kidding. No, of course not. Taylor Swift winning with Midnights. And which is cool to say that she did make history that night with winning that album, because she's the first artist to win 4 Album of the Year Grammys, following Frank Sinatra, Paul Simon, and I believe Stevie Wonder.
Yes.
So it's a really cool thing to see that and to like have like that kind of like growingness of it.
She's made history at
Yeah.
many Grammys. Like I think it was the first woman to have like have won like 2 albums of the year or something for a while, like first woman, period.
Right.
And now she's first person to win 4 album of the year. So
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Absolutely. No,
Yeah.
it's really cool to see it. Even like with all the controversy side, it's just like it's one of those things where it's like this is a big award show, and a lot of people are going to be like, "Oh, this artist didn't get picked." I remember Drake posted on his Instagram story that it's like these award shows, they don't really matter in the long run because as long as like people are like rooting and saying your songs word for word, that's all that really matters. It's just like, but it's cool to like appreciate these artists and to celebrate them. And I know there's a lot of like hate that goes towards like these award shows, but it's still like a really cool thing to celebrate a lot of these bigger artists.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Peter and I were rooting for Olivia Rodrigo,
Yeah.
as you can see
Really?
from my Sour era merch.
See,
But we were rooting for her, but also like you and I had a conversation about it, about like how it's not like really her time to win a Grammy.
no, Guts is a phenomenal album, but I also think it was very similar to Sour. And also, it's just like a Grammy will be coming her way very soon.
Yes.
I know
Yeah,
without a doubt.
absolutely.
Especially with like a lot of the songs that she's been dropping, especially with the Hunger Games song. She's really showing her potential.
I was hoping that apart from Vampire, she would perform that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That was
was
a great
very because
song.
I know that because SZA did 2 songs.
Yeah, I
and
think
so Miley did 2 songs too. So I was hoping she would maybe do 2 songs, maybe do Vampire and then Can't Catch Me Now. But
Yeah.
she didn't do it. She just did Vampire. But it was a very good performance,
Right, it was a
especially with like
phenomenal-
the blood on her face. Like,
Yeah.
it was really good performance.
No, but like her time is for sure without a doubt coming. I just don't think it was going to
not
be
yet.
that night.
Yeah, was not.
Yeah, and she's so young, and she has so much
Right.
time
absolutely.
to like be part of the industry and grow as an artist as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
And Taylor Swift has just put in so much legwork with everything that she's done.
Yeah.
She has
I
so
love
many
the whole tour,
albums.
like-
Eventually, several of them are going to get Grammys. So
Right.
Yeah.
yeah, everything in the news, whatever. I know we're all tired of seeing her, but yeah, she does deserve it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a well-deserved award for all
For
the
sure.
work that she's put in.
Yeah.
I remember, I want to mention this real quick, but I remember Jay-Z going up and being like, oh, Beyonce has had like the most awards won but hasn't won Album of the Year. And it's really interesting
It's
to think
very
about that.
Kanye-ish.
It was, yeah.
Very Kanye-ish.
It was, yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, once again, as I stand by, it's like these award shows, I mean, it hurts to lose it, but I think it's really important to just kind of like have that ability to be happy about this and it's like be a little salty about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah. End of the day, Grammys are rigged, but we're happy that the artists are happy.
Should have been SZA, but
Oh,
Yeah.
wait for the Oscars.
Absolutely.
Oh no.
Whoa, Alex Brightman reference? After the break, we'll be talking about Hazbin Hotel.
So,
Hazbin Hotel has been a series that fans have been waiting for since the pilot came out in 2019. It earned a spin-off called Hell of a Boss, and the actual Hazbin series was picked up for Amazon Prime for an 8-episode season that has been garnering a lot of attention. Today, we are going to be talking about the show, spoiler-free, and characters in the show, and just our thoughts. So, here we have Joe and Mia. So what do you guys know about Hazbin?
Absolutely nothing.
Love
What?
that.
Really? I watched all of them this
okay,
week.
so it's not true. I do not know. I don't know nothing about the show, but I've seen like little tidbits online, about the show. Specifically about the characters, like the settings that they're in, and everything like that. So I guess I know the bare bones basic of the show, but I don't know the full extent of like lore in the show.
And that is perfectly okay.
So nothing.
That's perfectly okay. That's why we're doing spoiler free, in case you do want to go watch it.
Is he crying?
You should be.
No. Did you say you should be?
No, not at all. Anyway, what is your knowledge about it, Mia?
Well, I watched all episodes this week, so it's like whatever, all of it.
Real.
Yeah, I love all of it.
I personally have been a fan since like the original pilot. I like cosplayed like Cherry Bomb when it came out in 2019. Organized a meetup at a con. Like I'm deep into this. I am very heavily invested.
That's fair.
I watched the original too a long time ago, but it's been so long that I've completely forgotten all aspects of it.
That's fair.
All I just know about is like the general trends with like Hazbin Hotel.
Yeah.
I mean, anything that's like funny or circulating on the internet, that's sort of something that's become pretty relevant in terms of Hazbin Hotel. So I mean, that's something
The memes.
Yeah, like the stuff with the creator of the show, and just like the general like lingo of the show as well in terms of like the explicit profanity that's used.
Yeah, they swear a lot in this show.
Which is funny because like I was not expecting like the Disney singing with like the vulgar language, which
it's kind of fun.
Yeah, it is really fun. I like it.
But not sure if you have an answer to this, but do you have a favorite character?
Angel Dust.
Mine's Alistair.
Yeah. Oh, that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Angel Dust better though.
Do you have?
Oh yeah, and it's for me personally, it's hard to sort of formulate exactly who a favorite character could be if I do not have like the full like detail with like said character. So I mean, it's pretty hard for me to sort of overall create like a bias towards a specific character. But I mean, different personalities sort of conflict, and usually they stick, usually they don't. So I mean, it depends on whose like personalities overall like sort of like clash with mine, and if like overall I like it. So I mean, I have the assumption that there is a character that I would like or enjoy in this series, but I just have to sort of figure that out for myself.
Understandable.
You should just say Angel Dust.
I'm not saying that.
Why?
Because I don't know who the character is.
Well, okay. So we briefly touched on the pilot. So one thing about the pilot is there was a whole batch of voice actors that were in the pilot that obviously are not in this new Amazon series. They completely recasted everyone. Now, in the case of Angel Dust, voice actor Michael Kovacs, he has come out and said that he couldn't do it anymore because it was too damaging to his voice, which completely fair. But for other characters, people were very mad that they were recast with bigger names. What are your guys' kind of thoughts on that?
For me personally, as somebody who's like interested in voice acting, for example, somebody who's interested in that sort of like field, to sort of like original, like it's understandable in terms of like Michael Kovacs, because sometimes doing a specific voice for a specific period of time can be very equally demanding. I mean, it can be very damaging on certain voice, just on your throat, for example, because you have to like sort of do specific things just to like achieve what you're trying to achieve. So I mean, that's completely understandable in certain cases. But with other like big name voice actors, I feel that's a bit touchy, because it's like, because if the original voice actors are more than willing to take on a position of trying to do something as big as like working on an Amazon show, for example, I feel that trying to take away the identity and sort of recast it with like a new, bigger personality sort of takes away the character as well. Because some characters, like some voice actors have sort of like identified themselves with these characters. So it's just sort of taking away that personality sort of just, you know, creates a bit of, like, it's understandable for the fans to be upset about this.
I know Alistair really like the voice actor for Alistair really identified with his character too.
I think it can be disappointing, but you know, things happen, so it's just kind of like we move on. I don't think anybody should really be like super mad, though I do understand like the idea of being disappointed because you have this original idea of what you wanted.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's a bit upsetting because it's like we're going into a bigger territory now.
You grow and you bond with the character and then just get that ripped away.
Yeah, it's kind of just ripped away. It's like, I mean, it's more or less a bigger question of like whether the original showrunner even consulted like these people in the first place.
I think she did. I think she did.
Yeah, but I mean,
but
again.
But so the story of Hazbin is very just. It's unique.
Yes.
Yes.
So basically, like the people are stuck in hell, and they're trying to reform themselves so they can eventually get into heaven. Very bare bones plot.
Do you think you would be in hell?
I'm already there.
Wow, Joe. Okay.
Optimism.
I hope I wouldn't go to hell.
Mom, I love you.
I hope I hope I'd be able to be redeemed.
I know.
But what I was gonna say is,
sorry.
No, it's really funny. It's really funny. Do you think you're going to hell?
Probably. Probably.
That's a very interesting question to ask.
Yeah.
I think I'm a very kind
asked it
person,
first.
but I'm unique, so I think I scare people. So I think that I'd probably more resonate with hell.
Love that for you.
You sound like
Sorry, Grandma.
You sound like a local pastor when you say, "Are you going to hell?"
Sorry.
Sister Cindy. Oh, she. Okay.
Boy, am I already there.
So what do you think of this concept, of the plot?
I think there's a very unique concept that sort of just can be derived from, like, hey, we're in hell, and now we want to go to heaven.
Cool.
I think there's a very interesting concept.
I like the idea that that the main character Charlie wants to start redeeming these people, which I think is like this message of having second chances, which I think can be really awesome. And these are like, if you're thinking about hell, then you're thinking like these people probably did really terrible things. Like there's a cannibal town, but I love her character because she just has so much hope for people regardless of who they are.
I mean, I'd be interested in checking this show out, but
yeah. And it has a really stacked cast. I'd recommend checking it out. But anyway, now this show may take place in hell, but these shows up next have been absolutely murdered, massacred, and have no chance of coming back. Womp womp. Our cast discussed shows that were killed before their time. Next.
There are a lot of shows that have run for a long time, and in most cases for far too long. On the other hand, there are plenty of shows that just ended or straight up got canceled before their full potential could be realized. So guys, let's talk about them. I think if we're going to go down like this list here, I think the one thing that comes to my mind particularly the most, I'm not sure if any of you guys have seen this, the original 2003 Teen Titans.
Yes.
Not to be confused with the modern day Teen Titans Go, that is actually the longest running DC show. But anyway.
We don't talk about that here.
We don't talk about that, but we are going to talk about Teen Titans because here's the thing. I think what all of us can agree is that we never really got to know what happened with Tara because if you recall in the final episode, I think that the Titans got finished dealing with the evil Brotherhood.
I think I remember it because it was like Tara sort of has and I know I'm realizing I'm kind of going to spoiler territory here, but I mean it's been kind of a while, so I don't know if it really classifies as spoiler territory. It's like Tara ends
20 years old.
Yeah,
so.
Tara ends up sort of getting out of the stasis that she's in, and she kind of has amnesia, and then it kind of ends off with Beast Boy running through a door, and that's kind of it.
Yeah, because the Titans, there was this white alien creature that the Titans have to fight, but Beast Boy was so caught up with everything.
Yeah, because with Tara.
So like, but because of the Titans dealing with that white creature, you know, like Beast Boy had to accompany with that. But the thing is, we never figured out and everything with Terra, nor did we ever figure out what even that creature was that the Titans ended up dealing with in the final episode. All we ever got after the 5th season was the movie Trouble in Tokyo, which realistically all we got out of that was Robin and Starfire fanfare.
I realized actually, like, a really fun fact about just Teen Titans was actually like a theme song. Like, if it's in Japanese, then it's like an actual serious plot moment, and if it's in English, it's actually just like a filler episode.
It's actually the other way around.
Is it?
If it's the Japanese theme song, then it's fun.
It's filler.
It's fun filler. But if it's an English episode, then that's when it's a serious subject.
I just remember hearing about like a fact like that. I think that's just
I didn't
really
know that
interesting.
at all. And it had really good writing for like a kid's
yeah,
We always like that, yeah.
TV like superhero show, especially with Robin's arc. I mean, I just love Robin in a lot of this, but especially in that show.
Even just like dealing with like the PTSD of Slade too.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
that was actually really well done writing.
That was so tight and so well written. But like, what else do we have to mention here?
I got one.
What do you got?
And I know that some people watching right now also love this show, but it's Pen 15. I don't know if you guys ever seen it. It is a really good comedy. It was on Hulu, and it's a really interesting concept because these two characters, Anna and Maya, are played by their adult selves, but are playing their middle school selves. And then all the other characters are like actual adults or actual like child actors. So in scenes where they're in class, it's two adults like dressed as kids sitting in class filled with a bunch of kids. Or like when they go to a party, then it's them like just full adults talking with kids, talking like kids. And it's also a really good early 2000s period piece. There is a really good episode or a good plot line where Maya starts online dating on AOL Instant Messenger. And it's really funny. And it got cut so early because they could have done a lot more because they were going into, I think, either 8th grade or high school, so they still had a lot more time to like grow the characters.
Yeah, there was a lot of plot development that was like left out that could have like sort of been bridged together through a second season or
like
another
you had
season.
a bunch of unanswered questions and stuff like that.
Yeah, and there was even an animated special. It's really good. They go and they go on a trip and they get a character drawing of them that highlights all their insecurities. And then since it's animated, they start drawing the two characters like their caricature drawings. So then it shows them like being really insecure and like has those personified. But then at the end of the show, they like realize that that isn't how they should define themselves, and that isn't how they should like define their friendship, and their faces go back to normal. And it's really a good, heartwarming ending to the episode.
That is actually incredibly wholesome.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Awesome indeed.
I guess there was like one show that in particular I was a little upset about in terms of it getting canceled, and that would actually be the Cowboy Bebop live adaptation from Netflix. And I feel like a lot of it comes down to just like, because they try to do a lot of different stuff with the adaptation, which was a lot of like, okay, here's some new plot development that we're going to take away from the anime, and then we're just going to try and like focus it like entirely differently. We're going to do a bunch of these like side plots that exist and whatever, and we're just going an entirely different route with the story. Like for example, like in one part, like something happened in the anime that didn't even happen in like the live adaptation, and then they straight up changed up the ending entirely. Now I agree that like I wasn't like a huge fan of it because it was one, not based entirely off source material, and two, it was just really weird.
It does sound like something that people would be irritated.
Yeah, no, but I feel like the worst part of it was just how it was like, it was canceled like a month before it got canceled less than a month after like development, after it released on Netflix. And I think the problem is, while I was again, it didn't deserve to be taken off a month after. I feel like too, it sort of just cuts off. Like there's no like development, like because they introduce like a major character that's in the plot entirely, and then they just straight up forget about it. Because it feels like there's a lot of room to grow the plot, and then they just straight up forgot about it. There's nothing that exists that can bridge the plot anymore. And it feels like like some of the side plots we can go into, and then some of the side plots maybe we can just straight up abandon next season. But it felt like they just forgot about it.
Yeah, it seems like Netflix is really guilty of this, specifically with canceling shows too early, especially queer-led shows. I don't know if you guys ever watched. I think it's First Kill. It's that.
Everything Sucks.
I've heard of
Yeah.
it. I've heard that.
And
Everything sucks.
It's
lot
a
of
lesbian
people talk about
vampire show. From what I've seen, it's pretty good. And Netflix immediately canceled it after the first season.
There's also Q-Force that was like the detective
Oh
one,
yeah, that one's canceled really fast.
Yeah.
Everything Sucks deserved another season.
I found
actually-
it really
I-
funny.
Watching that show like back when I was like 16, I feel like it deserved more opportunity to grow. I feel like there was a lot of stuff they could have done with that show, and they just straight up forgot about it.
Also, How I Met Your Mother, or How I Met Your Father,
Oh.
just recently got canceled.
Oh,
I
it
think it
did?
had 2 seasons, and they left it on a cliffhanger. So,
I hate when shows do that. I hate
Yeah,
when shows
it's
leave
cool.
stuff on a
It's
cliffhanger
Cough, cough.
because it feels more. It would feel more irritating if you don't wrap up these plot holes. It's less irritating if you do because then it's like, okay, we have some clarity and we have like this. We're good. But it's like when you leave it on a cliffhanger, it just ruins it. But I mean, that's all I gotta say about that.
Or if it's just shows in general that just get canceled because of like poor critical reception or just of a lack of budget from studios. Either way, like it's just a shame for shows to end like before their potential realization. While on the other hand, you have other shows that have gone way past their time and are currently in the double digits of seasons.
Oh, I wonder which ones we can talk about.
Well, we might have to save that for another day. But not gonna lie, these shows definitely could have had more time in the spotlight without jumping the shark. And to tell you the truth, that would be the case for our next block. After the break, the cast will play 2 truths and a lie with shows that jump the shark.
Hey y'all, my name's Sam. I'm hosting this segment, and I use 100% of my energy, so I never have to go to the bathroom. Gotcha! One of those was a lie. Can you tell which one? Let's see if my contestants here can spot the made-up, outlandish plots from various TV shows. Let's play 2 Truths and a Lie, Jump the Shark Edition.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Wow.
we are so ready.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Okay, here is the first set of questions.
Uh-huh.
One second, I have to pull it up.
Okay.
I believe in you.
Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding.
Sorry about this.
You're good.
Technical difficulties.
Acoustic version.
I like how your positioning makes it say the herb right now.
Like The Sims, the herbs, the spin-off of The Sims. Yeah.
Wow, that was a deep cut, I think.
Sorry about this. Hold on. Okay.
We good?
So, yeah,
Okay.
here are the first questions.
I was
The first show
doodling.
to ask is Twin Peaks.
Oh God.
Okay.
So,
This is my best friend's favorite.
the
I'm gonna
first
get this
question is, or the first plot point is that a character, the town's big businessman, hits his head and starts hallucinating that he is a leader of the Civil War, and everyone plays along with him, and then he loses the Civil War as Robert E. Lee.
Okay.
Then the second plot point is that in season 3, for about 15 minutes, we just follow a horse in a field doing nothing. It just walks around and it eats, and that's never explained or
Okay.
like picked up again. And then the third option is that a character enters a coma. She comes back as her high school self, but she also has super control or super strength that she cannot control.
So one of those is a lie, right?
Yeah, one of those
Okay.
is made up. So you have the horse doing nothing for 15 minutes, the character hallucinating that he's General E. Lee in the Civil War, and the third, a character coming back from a coma, thinking she's in high school, and has super strength.
I've never seen the show, so
I have no idea.
So any of these could
Yeah.
very well be true.
This is
I'm
this
just
is my
gonna-
best friend's favorite show ever, and I might need to have a talk with her after this.
I'll just throw out my guess. All right.
Okay, yeah, show answers. Ooh, the answer was 2.
Oh, the horse.
A character famously falls into a fugue state and thinks that he's in the Civil
Wait.
War, and another
Wait.
comes back from a coma.
Wait,
Okay.
So which was the fake?
The fake was the horse.
Okay,
That doesn't
the horse.
happen at all.
Oh, so it's the civil. Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
nobody got a
Um,
point.
And then the second show we're going to talk about is Grey's Anatomy.
Oh boy.
So I hope you guys
There's a lot of weird things
have
that go
your
down
hats on for this
show.
one.
Okay.
I haven't seen it, but a lot of my friends have seen it, so this is gonna be fun.
I've also not seen it.
So the first plot line I have is after a horrific moving accident, a piano fell on a man right outside of the hospital, and they need to bring him in and save him from dire internal bleeding and stuff. Then the second one is that a teen jumped into a vat of cement and was stuck in a block of cement from the neck down, and they had to chip him out before his bladder exploded because he couldn't pee.
Oh.
And then the third is that a bomb is found inside a man's chest, and they need to take it out, and once they take it out, it explodes in the hallway.
Oh.
My God.
Inside the hospital.
Oh, cool.
If the third one is real, I want to know how that man ended up in that situation to begin with, if it's real. What was the first one again?
Oh, the first one is that after a horrific moving accident right outside of the hospital, a piano falls on a man.
The piano one sounds pretty cartoony to me. I feel like that's the lie.
I mean, doesn't the concrete block one sound cartoony
That
too?
just sounds horrific. I feel like that could be true.
I'm ready.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, let's show your answers. Yeah, so the piano one was fake.
Yes!
Aww.
No, wait. Why are you... No, you got that
Wait.
right. One. You
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So why are you going, oh?
You got it right, Anne-Marie.
Wait, what?
You got it right.
No, I put the cement pea.
Everybody else, we all got it right besides him.
And then, oh yeah, okay. Next is Riverdale.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Yeah, this one's pretty tough.
Oh no.
So
CW
the first
stuff.
plot is that a cult leader, they finally fight back against him. He tries to escape. He gets into a rocket he made that is on top of the school, but he is shot inside the rocket before he can fly it away. Then the second one is that a character, this one's tough. A character comes back in time to 1968 and prevents the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr. and then messes up the timeline. And then finally, the bear that Archie famously fights, in a flashback scene, it explains that when he was in middle school, he was a Boy Scout and fought the same bear while it was a cub. So Archie fought the same bear twice. A character tried to save MLK from assassination, or a cult leader couldn't fly his self-made rocket away.
Here.
That's really funny.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
What was the first one again?
The first one was that the cult leader in the rocket.
Okay.
I'm
Okay,
hoping to
yeah.
God. I am praying.
I feel like I want the third one to be
that
true.
It is this because
B.
Okay.
Okay,
Ready?
yeah, show your answers.
please tell me they did not mess with Martin Luther King.
No, the Martin Luther King episode is real.
Oh my god.
It
Wait.
messes
So
up
what's
the
the fake one?
timeline.
Wait, was it the
What?
what was it?
The bear was fake. He only fights that bear
There's
once.
no way.
So nobody got
That is the most logical.
That's funny.
That's legitimately a really funny bit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Now, the next show I have up is Family Matters, which is the show with Urkel.
Oh,
I'm guessing
yeah.
you might have not seen this one, but here are the three answers, okay? Or the three questions.
Yep.
1, Urkel builds a time machine, and him and his uncle are sent back in time onto a pirate ship. B, Urkel builds a teleportation machine, and the whole family is transported into like rural France, and then they need to build the machine again to get back because
Okay.
they don't have any identification. Or 3, a character uses Urkel's body switch machine to switch into Urkel's body to then win, like they switch minds so that he can win a game show, but then Urkel shows up and beats him in that man's body.
Okay.
So either they use a teleportation machine, get stuck in France for a little bit, they end up back on a pirate ship, or they body switch and Urkel wins a game show in another man's body.
So this is like a science fiction show because I've never heard of.
It is.
It is not.
Oh no.
science fiction.
Okay.
It's called Family Matters.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay. Show your answers. Yes, the lie was the Paris episode where they get stuck in France.
Wait,
The
so
teleportation machine was not real,
So-
but the body switch and the pirate ship were real.
So which one was that? Was that A?
I think so, yeah. Okay, so the next show I actually have another Twin Peaks one for you. That's how crazy this show gets.
Okay.
Oh, good.
So, A, or 1, a lady gets shot and killed, and her soul is then transferred into a doorknob, and she like screams, and the doorknob turns into her, and then they never explain it again. And then 2, a character, another woman, faked her death and comes back disguised as a Chinese businessman for a few episodes. And then it also turns out that her husband faked her death, or faked his death, and they both come back.
Of course.
And then 3, this is all in season 2 of the show. A character travels back to the beginning of one day / like episode, so travels one day back in time, like to the beginning of the day, and then that's never explained again. So the character is transformed, her soul is put into a doorknob after she's killed. A woman fakes her death and comes back disguised as a foreign businessman. Or 3, a character time travels and then is never explained or brought up again.
This hurts.
A lot of time travel.
Yeah.
I sense a theme here.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah. Okay, so the time travel was fake. So number 3 was, so A is true. A female character is shot, and then she gets transformed into a doorknob. Now,
No, you didn't.
did you guys have
Okay,
fun?
Marie.
Okay.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was great.
Thank you so much for watching this
Oh.
historical, monumental season premiere of The Blurb. Tune in every week, Tuesdays at 9 p.m. on KentWire.com to get more celebrity. And remember to follow us on Instagram, TV2 The Blurb. And of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Blurb TV2. Thank you so much for watching.